Hey, fellow expeditionists. We're in Big Bend Ranch State Park.
We are doing the Ojito Adentro Trail. So you can see we are surrounded by all this desert land and desert scrub. But way down there, something a little different. You can see the cottonwood trees. And that is where we're heading. The Ojito Adentro Trail is located within the Bofacillos Mountains inside Big Bend Ranch State Park in West Texas, which is part of the Chihuahuan Desert, the largest desert in North America. Now, Big Bend Ranch is the largest state park in Texas at over 300,000 acres, which is similar in size to Canyonlands National Park in Utah and even more remote. Most of the roads in this park are unimproved and often require high clearance. We were in search of Ojito Adentro, which translates to Little Spring Within. While there are many seeps and springs in the region, the Ojito Adentro is unique because it contains water most of the year, an unusual feature in the dry desert. The trail to the spring will transition from desert scrubland to a riparian zone, where we expect to find cottonwood trees, willows, grasses, and even ferns. A true desert oasis. So we are starting this hike right about noon here on December 27th, I believe it is now. And it is already like 81 degrees outside. I think today's high is something like 86. So, you gotta stay hydrated on these kind of days in full sun. I think we found our first wild tarantula, buddy. Always wanted to see a tarantula out in the desert, and we've been to the desert how many times now? Multiple deserts. I've never seen an actual tarantula out in the wild until right now. Here we got something man-made. Wonder if it's like something to hold water for livestock or something at one time. What is it?
It's like a willow.
A willow? Some species of willow, huh?
Yep.
It's like a lot of deadfall through here. I think Caden's found a path through, so we'll follow that. Looks like there might be a path that way too. So all right, that path kind of petered out into a lot of thorny things. So we're gonna maintain our path through here and see what happens. See, there's a path to the left. The main path, at least by my map, stays down here in this, but this has the deadfall. So, I don't know, we'll just keep on pushing through. All right, we got around to the deadfall and it looks like we're back on the proper path now. Well, if there was any such thing as a Bigfoot in the Texas desert, I think this is where we would probably find him. Yeah, it got cooler down here. That thing is very green, isn't it?
This thing?
Yep.
Yeah, it's so tall.
Nice. I think our route goes through the rocks. All right, looks like we made it through the rocks. Or did we? I've always liked a good rock scramble. Yep, that's definitely water right below me on these rocks. Found our little hidden oasis here. A little small pond here. Might even have some water striders in there. Still pushing through the rocks.
Yep.
I think we're almost at the spring itself. Got my ecologist here leading the way into this hidden little ecosystem back here.
Oh, look, a pond.
A pond. This is your spring. And it's definitely got some water in it. Do you see the water dripping over there?
Yep.
You can actually hear it now. Look how pretty this is, people. You got your pond down here. Does not at all look like something you would find in the middle of a desert. You got the ferns that climb the walls. What other vegetation do you see here, Caden?
I see ferns, I see cattails, I see willows, I see some other plant I don't recognize, and I see some cottonwood saplings.
Yeah. Do you know what all this vine is stuff over here on the right?
It looks like some kind of briar.
Some kind of briar, yeah. So up there's the top of your little rock shelter. I'm guessing when there's torrential rains that this will be a waterfall right here. In the meantime, we still have this spring. I'm gonna push through some of this and see what we got. Oh yeah. We are heading into the actual spring. Huh, we just had a damsel, or is that's a dragonfly, isn't it? I thought it was a damselfly at first, but that's a dragonfly. Yeah, we got us a dragonfly, desert dragonfly right here. Very cool. Never seen one like that. And here we are. This is what feeds it, just the dripping, dripping, dripping down this water, down this wall, I should say. Here's your spring, bud.
Wow.
And all the ferns.
And mosses.
And mosses. Lots of dragonflies and other such insects. This is like a haven here. It's like a little lost world right back here, isn't it?
It sure is.
What does it make you feel like when seeing all of this in the middle of all the desert we've been in for the last few days?
It makes me feel like we're like in the middle of the Smokies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's its own little ecosystem here. Hidden away. The rock at the top of this tiny rock shelter where the water is seeping through, it's all got some very interesting formations. I wouldn't say they're cave-like, but they definitely have got a lot of interesting erosion. Well, that up there definitely gives you some like cave-like formations in there. You can see the collections of minerals. And this big old fern right here is on a formation itself. And it's even got kind of a little arch that goes right through, a little window into the interior. It's pretty gnarly. Well, I think we've gotten our fill of this cool little spring and ecosystem, and time to head back through the rock maze. Yeah, I don't think I'm that skinny. I'm going to have to go up the upper route. So that's a hike out to the Ojito Adentro and this cool little spring out at the end. Amazing. Caden, what did you think?
I thought it was a pretty cool trail. We went through the desert, saw a pretty big tarantula, and then almost all of a sudden it changes to like a riparian forest system.
Yeah. All that stuff back there, that it's a literal desert oasis, you know. It's one of those things you've seen in movies, and it seems almost like a thing of fiction when you're from the Midwest of America. But there it is, proof right here in Texas of these cool little things. And there's hundreds of these spread out through this massive desert. And I'm glad we got to experience one of them.
For sure.
All right, on to our next adventure. Peace out.